What's going on, and welcome back to another less than 5 minute gear review. And in this video we're going to be talking about the T3 gear, or the company is also known as Trident Tactical and Technicals CSAP or Cummerbund Soft Armor Pocket Kit. Now with that, this video is going to go real quick. I'm going to talk the general data on these guys and what their primary purpose is, but then in addition to that I do want to kind of talk about some of the things that you can do beyond that primary capability and get into some secondary and tertiary things you can do with these, so that way you can determine whether or not this is a product that you may want to run on your body armor for soft body, as well as some other capabilities. So with that general data on these guys, it's going to cost you about 50 bucks for the kit. You are going to get a left hand and right hand side pocket. They both do come with a one-sided opening to be able to insert a 9x6 soft armor panel, and then on the back side of both of these you do have MOLLE, so that way you can MOLLE this into any 3-strand or 2-strand MOLLE cummerbund. Now with that, when it comes to orientation, I would recommend orienting the opening always forward, so that way if you ever have to open up your plate carrier, pull the soft body out, or if you want to get into some of the secondary stuff, you want to throw administrative stuff in there like maps, GRGs, and other administrative data documents, you can throw those in these pockets as well. So I would recommend orienting these pockets forward, or having just the opening forward, so that way you can access whatever you're throwing in here. Now with that, the primary capability of these things is just that soft body armor pocket. So with these you can throw a 9x6 soft armor panel in here. There is enough space to go with some of the thicker stuff that's out in the market, as well as some of the more streamlined stuff. So you do have that capability. It will adjust and kind of adapt to the different thicknesses of that soft body armor. But I would not recommend going with anything smaller than that 9x6 panel, because if you go with like a 6x6 panel or anything smaller, it will have a tendency to kind of shift inside of that pouch and not provide all of that coverage that you may want or need if you're running side armor. So just keep that in mind when it comes to these guys. You should stick with just that 9x6 panel. Now with that, primary purpose is that soft body armor. Secondary and tertiary capabilities, I briefly talked on it. You can use these as an administrative pouch for GRGs, administrative documents, maps, all of that stuff. So that is definitely something you can utilize these for. It does make carrying all of that stuff much easier, instead of having it all front loaded in a really small admin pouch, or having a small armband. If you need to carry larger documents and all that stuff, this is a good place to put all of those. So you do have that option. I would just recommend laminating things and inserting those documents and all that stuff on the exterior of the pouch facing the cummerbund, so that way your sweat and all that moisture doesn't seep into those administrative items. So administratively, it's actually a really good pouch for your flatter items and documents. In addition to that, you can also use this as a breaching or initiating pouch, or initiating system pouch. You can utilize these for, you know, your 30 foot, 50 foot, 100 foot, whatever systems that you're running. You can throw those in there. Depending on the length of those systems, you can run 3 to 4 of them comfortably without any issues. So with that, you do have some options as far as what these guys are capable of. If you want to go beyond 100 foot, you can definitely do that, but I would just recommend sticking with just one system if you're going to go beyond that, just because of how much line there is with all of it. So breaching pouches is another kind of secondary, tertiary thing. And then in conjunction with that, if you just want a very low profile general purpose pouch that doesn't take up a whole lot of space, you're trying to keep things really streamlined and low profile, these are also really good. You can throw them on your back panels or back plate pockets. And then just recently, kind of talking on the map thing, I was talking to a commo dude. He was trying to figure out commo solutions for carrying maps and all of that stuff in conjunction with his radio, but wanted a kind of a separate streamlined pouch. And that's where that map capability really came into play, to where he took a Alice frame, put a MOLLE panel on that Alice frame, set up his 117 Golf on there, and then was also able to throw one of these on there horizontally to be able to throw documents and things that he needed for all of his commo gear and all that stuff. So definitely has a broad range because of its streamlined capability. you're just going to have to kind of play around and figure out what you want these specifically for. So with that, that kind of sums up everything to these pouches. Primary purpose is that soft body armor. Secondary and tertiary is administrative, breaching, initiating systems, map stuff, and so on and so forth. So with that, if you have any questions on these guys, please feel free, leave a comment. We'll help you out in any way that we can. And with that, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.